иначе. So let's have some fun. Today we are going to have a conference connected to our healthcare system. And there are debates between one group who is for it and one group who is against it. So let's start. I am ready to listen to everybody.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. President. Our today's speech is connected with one of the most crucial problems of Russia, with medicine. As you may know, medicine in Russia is not going through the best of times, and our strategic issue is to do the best we can. I, as the Regional Minister of Health, report to you that despite all our efforts, we cannot reach the most effective results because of some factors that do not depend on our regional government. That is why I ask you to listen to some doctors and patients in order to help them and consequently to help us, ministers, the government and Russia in all. And do not forget that I am doing my best, of course. So, the first person we should listen to is Arina. She is a doctor in municipal hospital, and now she is going to tell you about wages in Russia and in hospitals. Please.
Hello, here I am, dear colleagues. Look, please. Make a guess, what is it?
Maybe it's your diploma of medicine.
Sure. I'm a qualified specialist, qualified dentist, and I have a hard fight every day to make both ends meet. As a conscious citizen, I work in a municipal hospital where I try to do my best to help everyone in need, but my labor is underestimated. My salary is so low that it literally forces me to combine my major job with work in a practice. As a result, I'm overloaded. So now I'm asking for explanation and help.
Thank you, Arina. So, the second person who wants to make a request to you is Anna Maria. She is a pharmacist, and her problem is connected with the relationship among doctors and other people related to medicine.
Hello, I'm a representative of Pharmacists Guild of Russia. I quit it because I'm tired of hiding the truth. The medical community in general and pharmaceutical companies in particular are in collusion. Sometimes they have no other choices. In private clinics, the management forces the doctors to prescribe the wrong medication only for continued employment. Pharmacology is the first biggest killer in the world, according to statistics. In 2015 in USA, 200,000 people were killed and they were died as a result of bad pharmacy prescribed by the consultants. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna Maria. We will try to solve this problem with Mr. President. The next girl is very young and she works as an intern. Let us listen to Alina, who found a shocking truth about doctors, not only in our region, but in Russia too.
Hello everyone, I'm doing my internship at a free hospital and I've messed up the scheme of all these bad old pediatricians. The same doctors work in free and paid hospitals, but they do not make diagnoses in free hospitals and they work poorly on purpose. But in a private clinic, they do all the tests and behave much more politely. Well, it's going on my practice and at least I got an invaluable experience. At least now I can professionally clean floors and windows. After all, as the head of our settlement said, it turns out that I did not know how to do this before.
Alina, thank you for your speech. We will think how to cope with a terrifying situation. Now I have a call from the most qualified doctor in our region. In a few seconds you will hear Stepan, a surgeon whose problem is the lack of equipment in hospitals.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues, Mr. President. I represent the Society of Dissatisfied Surgeons of Russia. Our complaints are rather simple. If it is not taken into account, the hospitals in Moscow and St. Petersburg, in many cities, there is a lack of equipment in surgical operating rooms. Moreover, the equipment that we have now is quite old and often not suitable for complex surgical operations. Since that large queues of patients gather, some of whom are named serious patients, highly likely funds for the purchase of equipment are allocated, but they do not reach us. We lose many lives each because of this situation. Therefore, we kindly ask you to resolve this problem as soon as possible. Thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, do not you think his speech was rather persuasive? Our next speaker is Alexandra, who is working as a district therapist. Her problem is connected with the lack of doctors in small cities and their terrifying workload. Please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am a general practitioner and I have some problems with my job. There are more than 100 people under my supervision because I work alone in my doctor's surgery. I can't spend enough time with my patients, only 5 or less minutes. This is not enough to delve into personal problems, and I agree that the treatment may be prescribed incorrectly. The regional administration doesn't allocate funds for additional workers, doctors, or assistants. So I ask you to influence this issue in some way because we are all interested in the health of the population.
Thank you, Alexandra. This problem we're discussing more. Our last speaker is Ariana, a patient from a small municipal hospital in our region. Now she's going to tell you about comfortable or uncomfortable conditions in our hospitals.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to clarify for you the situation with the healthcare system in local regions with the remote regions. I have personally experienced all disadvantages of local hospitals. So every time when I go there, I face with such problems as long period of waiting or the lack of sufficient seating places or even ventilation. The whole building is in a very poor condition. So bad state of equipment, it can be better to replace them at all rather than repair. And what have impressed me the most is just the rude attitude of medical personnel towards their patients. It's understandable that they have very poor work condition, not salary enough, but why we all have to endure that? And what I have to say, the most important drawback of our healthcare is unprofessionalism of doctors and specialists. So it just commonly spreads their confusions and mistakes with diagnosis and classification of illnesses. So prescribed treatment cannot be really worse, cannot be really what we need. So it only worsens the situation. It worsens our health. Please take measures with this. Government, please.
So, Mr. President.
Yes, I'm listening.
I'm sorry. So, Mr. President, now you have heard all people who wanted to tell you their problems. These problems are so huge and difficult that our regional government has not enough resources, including money, to solve them effectively. We hope to your financial and moral support. Thank you for your attention.
Well, maybe now it's time for some truth. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, Vladimir Vladimirovich. I'm glad to come here and become a part of this discussion. My name is Varvara Petrovna. I'm 76 years old, so I'm highly experienced and qualified in living in Russia. Moreover, now I'm on retirement, so I have plenty of time to examine everything and have a strong opinion on everything, especially on the healthcare. Listen to me, young people. We don't have to pay for it like, abroad. In other countries, people have to pay for medical insurance if they want to get decent healthcare provisions. That's because of the government. How dare they? America is a glaring example. Poor Americans without health insurance are forced to sell their houses to be treated for flu. We must appreciate national healthcare system, which we have. That's all I wanted to say.
So, yes, Barbara Petrovna is right. My name is John Brown and I'm a citizen of both Russia and the United States. So I think I have got enough experience to compare the healthcare system of the Russian Federation and that of the USA. The healthcare system in Russia has a huge amount of advantages that Russians do not appreciate. We used to compare ourselves with other, more progressive countries. We write panegyrics about the USA and shame the Russian Federation. Yet, let's face the truth, comparing even to the USA, Russian healthcare system wins. Everything in Russia is made to make people's lives easier. Russia is a social country. We don't have to pay for ambulance call as citizens of most countries do. Medicine services are cheap enough or even free. So that's all for now. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Alexandra and I work as a courier and deliver medicine. And when I decided to get this job, I carefully reviewed the statistics and data on the pharmaceutical industry. And I disagree with the point of view with the opposing team in relation to this industry. And I would like to emphasize that according to the research conducted in 2019, the growth rate of the pharmaceutical industry in Russia is developing rapidly. Moreover, my work confirms the government takes care about its citizens.
Okay, hello. I'm a spokesman of Russian Operation Headquarters, which fights against COVID-19. I'd like to mention that our healthcare system is showing insufficiency, struggling with the virus. Firstly, our country is one of the leaders in case of testing people on having COVID-19. We have already done more than 2.5 million tests. Moreover, we took action early enough to compare to some European countries and the USA. So now the percentage of deaths from coronavirus in Russia is the smallest in the world and has a number of 0.93%. Overall, situation with COVID-19 clearly showed that our system of healthcare is in good conditions and is one of the best in the world. So, Mr. President, what do you think?
How can our doctors live in such bad conditions? You say they're suffering, they do everything to save our lives, and what? What do they get in return? But you are right, Russia, the best country in the world. Best? Nothing better than this country. We have the best everything, the best medicine, including the best medicine. Everything is so good. We are better than everybody else in everything. Poor doctors, everybody, but better than everybody. So the only thing I'm planning to do is I think you should start fighting for my attention. I mean, debating and then debates. We will learn what the truth is.
Actually, Mr. President, I'd like to disagree with the opposing point of view, because the salary of doctors in Russia, as Rostat says, is about 74,000 rubles a month.
Bigger than everybody and everywhere.
Yes. Well, maybe not bigger than in some European countries, but still, their salary is much higher than average salary in Russia. Moreover, there are extra payments for doctors who fight against coronavirus.
Yes, I made them. I made them. So, but poor doctors still they're so suffering. Please fight with opposite team.
Okay, can I say? I should say it.
example, 2 rubles, but nominally they have 2,000 rubles, and it is a huge problem.
Alena, do you have the statistics which depicts your words?
Your words is only gossips, nothing more.
The statistics may lie.
Rostat?
But
Yeah,
does
of
not
course.
have any
Critical
other results, any
thinking.
other statistics.
Remember about it.
We do not have to have these statistics to tell you that everything is bad.
It's not the point.
But it's real life. It's not a point. It's real life, okay?
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, moreover, I'd like to debate about our, let's say, technical equipment in hospitals. Actually, as statistics says, Russia is one of world leaders countries which has EVL on 1,000 people. Its number even more than in Italy.
But haven't
And
you
over
heard that
over
in
30
St.
countries,
Petersburg?
over than 30 countries around the world asked Russia for their technical equipment.
The problem is not in the amount of this equipment. The problem is in quantity, in качество of this EVL, okay? Quality, because in St. Petersburg they burned. Have you heard it about it?
Actually, there are no proofs. There is a, let's say, point of view that it was, some people from opposition who made that. Actually, there are no proofs that it was our EVL.
Nothing proves that there was problem in EVL. So, even though many countries still uses our EVLs, that's why we cannot say that its quality is really bad.
But do our country use our EVLs?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
As I said.
That's right.
Okay, grandchildren, let me say something wise enough. These people talking about salaries and hard work and other stuff, they are just whinging. Vladimir Vladimirovich, don't listen to them. You are arguing about technical equipment. I'd like to emphasize.
Zhirovsky. It's me, Zhirovsky.
Yes, don't listen to them, please. You're arguing about technical equipment. I'd like to emphasize that when I was young, the best cure for pain, fever, and other illnesses was aspirin and Soviet Union anthem. Nowadays, there is aspirin only.
I'm sorry, but when you were young, people didn't know what medicine it is. They wanted to cure all diseases and all illnesses with the help of magic.
Alena, I'm very sorry, but please be polite and listen to Grandma.
Thank you very much. Well, these things you said about magic and other stuff, these are glaring stereotypes about Soviet Union and my young. There was aspirin, Soviet Union anthem, and some other stuff. Nowadays, here is aspirin only. Nevertheless, our medicine system provides something good enough and doesn't force us to spend our last ruble for it. So we should appreciate it and appreciate our grandmas saying something to you. Thank you very much for your attention. Vladimir Vladimirovich, don't listen to them, listen to me.
Okay, our dear grandmother, but what can you say to the fact that actually Russian tests for coronavirus do not even show accurate results? My neighbor recently passed away due to an incorrect diagnosis. What can you say to this? Isn't that proof?
That is fake. I do not believe in coronavirus. That's all fake from America. And there is no coronavirus in Russia at all. We can pray and eat aspirin.
May I answer? I am a spokesman of Russian operation headquarters, which fights against this virus. So it's my, let's say, field. Actually, yesterday, British institution said that Russian and American tests of coronavirus are the best in the world. So I have no way, there is no way to say that the test of your neighbor lied. Actually, I even didn't see this test. Maybe this test wasn't Russian, it was from Italy or from Germany, I don't know. Maybe he did this test himself.
But don't you think that the mass media can lie? For example, the Financial Times and the New York Times suggest that Russia is lowering the mortality caused by coronavirus?
Well, maybe they may say everything, but we need proofs. Do you have such proofs?
And even so, it's not problem of Russian tests. What's more, I think it should be mentioned that the Russian Federation is the successor of the Soviet Union. So many of Soviet Union's methods are still used and they work. As vaccine BCG is still used in Russia and many other countries. And some doctors, some scientists say that it may be useful in healing coronavirus.
I'm sorry, I want to say. But you say that everything is good according to the statistics. And I think that you do it like, okay, Russia is great, Russia is ideal, everything in Russia is perfect, only because of statistics. It is not truth. You know, when you will go to the hospital, to the Russian hospital, not in Moscow, not in the center of Moscow, but in regions, in small regions, you know, I can do some screenshots, I can do some photos, what is happening in our small hospitals. It is like a bunker for I don't know, for very ill people who do not have enough strength to cure themselves. It's like they doctors can cure people with medicine, but they do not have enough resources and they do not have enough medicines to do it. And when you will go to the hospital, I will listen to you. How will people cure you? How will doctors cure you? Perfectly or not?
What was the last time you went to the hospital?
Sorry?
What was the last time when you went to the hospital?
I go there every year. You know,
And where are the groups?
I have problems with my health, and these problems require operations, and I do operations every year.
Dear colleagues, let's not fight.
Mr. President, I warn you that Alona has no proofs. You can't listen to her.
But president can do everything. Me as a president want to ask you a question, both of the team. What about the situation with the self precaution equipment like masks, like gloves? Are there enough such things in our hospitals? Because I love my country, I love my nation, and I love my doctors, and I want to know, because I heard something from somebody that maybe our medical doctors, our medical staff are ill of Coronavirus. Is it true? I want to know. I want to know.
Well, actually, I am the answer. Yes, to speak the truth, we had some problems with that in the beginning of coronavirus, but now we solved this problem, and now all doctors have every equipment they need.
How can we believe you, Roman? How? How can you prove
Where's the proofs?
Where are the proofs? Well, actually, we have so many masks that we even sell them. Isn't it a proof?
Yesterday I was in Petersburg and there were a vending bankomat or something like that where you could buy mask, gloves and everything you need for this situation. So there's no lackage of masks.
But do you think masks are enough? I don't know about coronavirus. I am a president. I know how to rule and how to be the best in the world, in the best country in the world. Is masks are enough? The only thing that is necessary?
Okay, if you want to be the best country, comparing to the USA, the United Kingdom, we have got more strict quarantine, more strict lockdown than other countries, and it makes our treatment more effective.
Russians and Russian people are stronger.
Of course.
Sorry, you told that we have good tests and medicine, but why is Russia in the top countries of those people who were infected with coronavirus?
Okay, fine. Actually, the problem is not as big as you think. Most of people who have coronavirus live in Moscow. Yes, that's a problem. Moscow is a very big city with a huge population. People live near each other, so yes, there is a big problem in Moscow. But if you speak about other regions, the problem is not so big because in average subject of Russia, the amount of people who have coronavirus is about like 700 people. The number is not so high. But in Moscow, yes, I agree, we have a huge problem. But we are working about that. If to speak about how many people get coronavirus each day, the number is about 10,000. Yes, I agree, it's a really big number. But still, the number stays nearly the same for the whole week. So we are on the platform.
Maybe we'll move on to another topic, not coronavirus, because there are so many problems in Russia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I, me president, want to ask team that thinks that everything is bad in Russia with medicine? What do you think is the biggest problem in Russia right now? One big. I don't want to think many. I heard many. No, don't like it. One biggest.
The one biggest problem is medicine. It is the biggest problem. We do not have enough problems except it. Because I want to tell you only two great reasons. The first reason, it is not connected with Moscow, with the center of Moscow. It is connected with small regions. The first problem is the wages of doctors, and the second problem.
Oh, we have already discussed wages.
I'm sorry. And the second problem is hospitals, is comfortable conditions and comfortable conditions in hospitals. It is terrifying. I don't know how to say it. And but in Moscow everything is great. In Moscow we have centers. In Moscow we have great huge equipment, but we have no equipment. For example, in Gorod Shah. have something, but we have no opportunity to go there. And it is, I think, the two main problems. And one more problem, like doctors are really should be really specialists, because they should go to university for 6 years, and they then go to practice for 2 years, and only after that they can work. But it is they're more or less doctors.
Okay, fine. I have to say something. Well, in some case, I agree with Alena. We have some problems if to speak about infrastructure, but we have them. It's like because of USSR, the situation with infrastructure there was really bad. But we are working to solve that problem. As Alena said, in Moscow and St. Petersburg, everything is all right. Even if to speak about centers of our subjects, of our regions, the situation is becoming better and better. But, okay, if to speak about some small cities, yes, I agree, the situation there is still not good enough. But we are working to solve that problem. Even if to speak about Perm region, there are some hospitals which are built each year in the small cities. And the same situation is about the whole Russia.
Yeah, let me add. Now I have opened a website of the town Shakti municipal budget polyclinics, and here we can see it said that the medics have got enough everything. They have got everything, and the newest apparatus are available to use.
I invite, Eduard, I invite you.
I want to answer. Can somebody lie to me? Can statistics and such things lie to president? Can it happen? Is it possible?
Of course, no.
Of course, yes.
Good.
The statistics works, to inform the Mr. President in a right way. Because you need to be the leader of the best country in the world. There is no point that statistics can lie.
I'm sorry, Mr. President. There is one problem. You should have a brain. Because if you do not have a brain, you trust these statistics. But if you have a brain, you should think about it.
I'm afraid, Alena, you broke the law.
Hello, KGB, yes. We want new region minister, please. Right now, yes. Ален, встань, сними очки, поднимись, такая, все, я новый.
I'd like to add something. Our minister is blaming our healthcare system. Our minister is blaming our healthcare system. Maybe there are some problems in her job. Maybe she's trying to hide some mistakes of her administration. We should ask ourselves, are these people caring about these horrible conditions? Have enough qualifications? Mr. President, you should make research into it.
Research? Yes. I feel some conspiracy going on, and I feel that I'm trapped in some people's opinion, but I am a good president. I want to know more. If I yesterday I've been to ordinary hospital, because I'm an ordinary man. I go ordinary hospitals. I'm an ordinary woman. I'm not man. By the way. And I saw people trying to hide from me, but I saw a little bit of dirt in our hospitals. Maybe the problem is bigger. Maybe somebody is trying to hide things from me. I want to listen to some more arguments that do not please me, but please Russia.
Mr. President, could you give us the address of that hospital? Because I think that it's a problem only of this exact hospital. Well, maybe I agree that there can be some problems in each place, but we will work with that.
When I was young, these situations were named as перегибы на местах.
Yes. Мне так страшно, что за мной придет КГБ теперь. Господи. Зачем мы на это?
Mr. President, relax.
Relax.
Listen to me, please.
Yes.
It's the problem of our economy. Yeah, we should allocate more money to development of medicine, to hospitals, to doctors. Yeah, because you say that every salary.
Alena is talking. Arina is talking. I don't know.
Average salary of doctor's salary is higher than average in Russia, but why most doctors still work part-time in private clinics? So the reality is another, not like in statistics.
Okay,
I'd like to add something. Because according to statistics, in the previous year, we have spent to the medicine according to 3 trillions of rubles. But where is this money? I think that the greatest problem of Russian medicine is that corruption of ministers and other politicians, because we spent money on this. And Mr. President just signed this, law that in such way that healthcare system should get the money which accounts to 3 trillions of rubles, but it, in reality, have only 200 billions. So the problem is not in the funding. What can you say about this, Mr. President?
Yes, who is the minister here? Who? Except Alena. Alena is
There are
the only minister.
Anymore.
Good, she is not anyone. Алена, прости, пожалуйста, это шутка.
I was retired. Yeah, you have fired me 5 minutes ago.
So you see, Ariana, the problem that
Yes,
there
we
is
solved
huge
the
corruption
problem.
in the Russian medicine was in Alena. Now she's
Alena,
fired,
перегибы
and
на
now
местах.
everything
We
changed.
shouldn't listen to this propaganda. And we
Propaganda,
shouldn't
yes. They were trying to lie to me that everything is bad. To get money from.
I would like to show you the photographs from our hospital, regional hospital. If you
We don't
1
mind.
second.
Yes,
Eduard,
please,
could you
show us the
prepare
speech.
some good examples?
Can you
Okay,
see my? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see.
Yes. Russian
Our
hospital.
our hospitals, yeah. There is a. Как я могу открыть это? Я не знаю даже.
It's
For
only a wall.
No, it is one of the
Why do you
photographs I
think that this
show you.
hospital is in
The
Russia?
next one photograph is this one. Photograph from our hospital. And this one from our hospital. This is the true argument, true application for our poor conditions in hospitals.
Мне теперь так грустно.
Stop. Could you show, please, the previous photo?
Yeah.
Не буду я больше ничего показывать. Как это выключить?
Actually, on the second photo, you guys saw that there is a
It
room
was okay.
full of equipment.
And if you worry about this,
Equipment. I have already said that the equipment we have already had is quite old, and it isn't suitable for complex operation.
Роман,
can't be sure that this equipment just works in a proper way. So it's not an argument that we have a good equipment.
Why do you think that it works wrong?
Because I am an ordinary because I'm an ordinary doctor and I practice operations, and I can say this equipment this equipment does not work.
We have, as far as I can see, we have 5 minutes left. President's head is aching. I'm tired. I've listened to you for
hi.
Okay, Roman, you have won this game. Okay.
I have listened to so many opinions, to so many people. So, President, we need a sign, switch, a sign from above to understand how many time.
Only God can resolve this problem.
How can what?
God.
Нет, подождите, I will speak in a special language to speak with God. Яна Альбертовна, скажите, пожалуйста, нам нужно заканчивать сейчас уже?
Who are you praying for?
Я не уверена. Вот.
Wait
a minute, I need... Yes. So God told me sign from above one, that. Thank you. Your debates, really good arguments. Really good. Everybody was amazing to hear you. Me being a best president of the best country of the world, of the best time in all the time and space.
The best health care system.
I've been thinking a lot. I've been worrying a lot about our health system, and I will continue doing so. I will think and I will care, and maybe sometime in the future I will give you the answer. So thank you everybody.
Thank you for your attention, Vladimir Vladimirovich. Remember that your mission is to save Russia.
Statistics doesn't lie.
Headache, goodbye. Это был Владимир Владимирович Жировский, несуществующий, никем не хотел обидеть, ничего не хотели. Это совпадение с реальностью, вымышленный, это несуществующий. Россия действительно самая великая на свете страна, без проблем, самый лучший президент. Если есть в России, то этот президент самый лучший. Но
That's exactly the talk.
Всем спасибо.
Статистика в мире.
Да, давайте все скажем спасибо. Нам очень нравится. Давайте все скажем, мы рады. Это все было мы. Все плохое, что говорилось, все плохое, что изображалось, это только показать, как нас изображают все наши недруги за рубежом. Но на самом деле это не так. И мы выяснили, и мы победили.
Это происки пятой колонны.
Первый канал, я готов работать.
Навальный, это происки, это
На самом деле Роме просто нужна работа, потому что карантин, денег нет.
Да. Пожалуйста, обратите внимание на Романа, если вам нужно на телевидение государственное. Вот, мы просто все это было для того, чтобы как бы показать Романа как человека, который говорит настоящую правду и который может донести эту правду до масс. Это единственная цель была этого. Все, спасибо.